Now we come to the most exciting part of the day and the session, in fact, the most awaited IVCA Awards. Now, in its fifth edition, is organized every year to celebrate noteworthy performances in the PEVC investment space. The awards this year were carried out by our process partners, Praxis Global Alliance, and supported by our data partners, Venture Intelligence and PGA Labs. We had eminent members representing varied stakeholders in the PEVC space as a part of the jury. We had with us Mr. UK Sinha, ex-chairman SEBI. We had Mr. Deepak Bagla, Managing Director, Invest India, Ms. Anita George, ex-MD of CDPQ, Ms. Maria Kozlowski, Vice President, Innovative Finance, Rockefeller Foundation, Mr. Vivek Pandit, Senior Partner, McKinsey and Company. With that, I would like to call upon stage the Vice Chair, IVCA, Mr. Karthik Reddy, to say a few words on the philosophy of the awards. Hi, Karthik. Good evening.
Hi, Rochelle. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So, thanks, Rochelle. If I can take over, as we conclude the 11th edition of the IVCA Conclave. IVCA, the Conclave has become India's most impactful PEVC thought leadership initiative every year. Thank each one of you for participating enthusiastically, both as speakers and attendees. We've had some fantastic high-level debates and discussions in the past few days. And we've also had the opportunity of listening to the Honorable Union Minister, Mr. Shri Piyush Goyal, and eminent members of various parts of the government. You just heard Mr. Jayant Sinha as well. Having been involved with IVCA for the past few years and now having served as the Vice Chair, I've been impressed with and energized by the mission and the engagement of the members. I think with each passing year, we've seen the industry step up and see the value of participating in pushing the industry forward amongst ourselves, setting standards amongst ourselves. You saw the diversity video, and with the government entities that help us push regulation and the country forward. We have now over 200 firms as members, so it has become the most wide-bodied firm or body of association that represents the PE and VC industry today, including real estate, infrastructure, credit funds, LPs, family offices, corporate VCs. And so what's happened is, as a result, the focus is now to expand the programs and initiatives to serve the members of in various, on all of these sub-segments as well, and build a focus across sectors. India is beginning to make a bigger and bigger mark in the global scenario, not just in venture, but also in private equity in the last 2-3 years. And leveraging technology, I think we're just seeing the beginnings of a phenomenal decade ahead. Once again, thanks to all the jury members. Rochelle already thanked all of them on our behalf. Now coming to the awards, 5th edition, since its inception, we have been very mindful of how we go about the awards, and Renuka at the helm of, as the chair of the executive committee, has pushed the innovation beyond just the standard categories. We have 10 award categories. There are 5 of them which obviously want to celebrate the best firms in the industry, in private equity and venture. There is the best fundraising performance of the year for private equity, venture capital, foreign GPs, and venture capital AIFs. So it's a manifestation of the LPs rewarding the best performing GPs in some sense. And that's something we thought needs to be celebrated. Fundamentally, the business needs exits. It needs to return capital back. And so we should celebrate exits. And so we've always had the private equity best exit performance and the venture capital best exit performance. That kind of rounds up the performance categories on the conventional metrics. But beyond that, I think we've pushed to see how to expand the nature of the awards to on other dimensions. So we actually have an outstanding achievement of the year for a new fund entry who's coming into the country and investing deeply into India. Outstanding achievement for social impact, outstanding achievement for gender diversity, Exemplary Ecosystem Enabler Award, and the Lifetime Achievement Award. So we want to make sure that we don't forget that our role is not just returns and IRR, but all of these objectives as well. So the scope keeps getting broadened. We have social impact to include all social impact sectors, financial inclusion, healthcare, education, agriculture. We give a particular importance this year to funds who have invested in companies beyond metros in these categories. Evaluation was done, as you can see, by a very diverse and esteemed set of jury members. The winners were then evaluated based on the internal intelligence of our award partners, Praxis, and the data gathered from venture intelligence. And we also asked the funds to contribute their information and give them a shot at presenting their information better once they were nominees, and then did due diligence and analysis to come up with these awards. So the process is getting more comprehensive every year. The jury members are getting more impressive every year, and the candidates, of course, are getting more impressive. So as we raise the curtain now to unveil the League of 10, big congratulations, our deepest wishes to every one of them. They're setting the bar high for the rest of us. I want to take this opportunity again to thank Praxis and our jury members, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you for being a part of and supporting this industry all this while and being a part of the IVCA conclave. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Karthik, for that wonderful introduction to the awards. I think we should not keep everyone waiting. So let me move on to start with the first category of awards, which is the best fundraising performance of the year. And this is in recognition of all those investors who've been able to generate strong LP interest and successfully increase their capital. It's not an easy job to be done, and congratulations to whoever the winner is. We have three subcategories within this, so I'll get to the first category, which is the awards in the private equity segment. The nominees are, fingers crossed, A91 Partners, TVS Capital, Tata Capital, Eversource Capital, and Kedara. I'd like to call upon the stage Karthik to announce the winner and hand over the virtual award. Karthik, you want to announce the winner?
Yes. I would like to announce the winner now. It is Kedara Capital, and to receive the award here is Mr. Manish Kejriwal, founder and partner at Kedara Capital. Big congratulations to you, Manish.
Manish, congratulations.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Rochelle, Karthik. Totally, I now know why I suddenly got this invite in the afternoon and with a few arm twists to attend the evening. But all I can say is on behalf of all my colleagues and partners at Kedara, genuine thanks to all the members of the jury for bestowing this award to us. I mean, it's when you just read out those names, Rochelle, I'm a little surprised just given the number of high quality shops that were on your list and who have sure all had fantastic fundraisers last year. And lastly, but not the least, definitely want to thank all our investors who've trusted us with their funds over the last 10 years, whether it's the various institutions of pensions in Canada or the university endowments of families. I see Maria on the jury. I didn't know this was on. I see many other friends. So thank you so much. And really surprised and wonderfully taken aback. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Manish, and thanks, Karthik. Again, great congratulations. I'll move on to our next subcategory award, which is the same thing, the best fundraising performance of the year. But this is for the venture capital foreign GP. Again, fingers crossed. Let me announce the nominees. We have with us Pentathlon Ventures, Sequoia Capital, and Avatar Ventures. And I'll call upon the stage the jury to announce the award is Maria Kozlowski. Welcome, Maria. Hi, Maria. You're on mute, I guess. I don't know if that's me or I cannot hear you. Can someone from the team just send a message if they can hear Maria? I guess the suspense is getting held till Maria comes back on stage. Oh, wow. That's smart, Maria. So let me. Oh, wow. Wonderful. And that's Sequoia Capital. That's pretty ingenious, Maria. Thank you. So that's Sequoia Capital. And I guess I welcome Rajan Anandan to come on stage and accept the award.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Maria. This is a very pleasant surprise. I actually didn't know that Sequoia Capital India raised funds last year. So this is quite remarkable. I'm quite sure. I'm assuming this is for calendar year 2020, Rochelle. And Maria, I hope it is, because we actually didn't. We did raise some money last year, but it wasn't much. But on a serious note, I wanted to, on behalf of our partnership at Sequoia Capital India and our entire team of the Sequoia Capital India team, I wanted to thank the jury for recognizing us. But and most importantly, I wanted to thank our founders who make everything happen for us. I think the Indian ecosystem is at an extraordinary tipping point. In terms of the kind of companies that are scaling, the kind of exits that we're seeing. 2021 was the best exit year by far, and I think that's building even more confidence in an ecosystem that has so much. We've come a long way, but in many ways, as an ecosystem, we are still very much at the beginning. So, on behalf of our teams, I wanted to thank all of you at IVCA for this awesome show. I can see these award ceremonies are getting fancier. I can see what they're going to look like in the metaverse, and also I wanted to thank all our limited partners for having had the confidence with Sequoia Capital India for now 15 years, and also many of them obviously also have lots of confidence and have invested in many of the firms in India. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajan, and thanks, Maria. We would have loved to hear from you, but that was a fantastic way of announcing the award. So thank you very much, and I'll move on to the next subcategory for best fundraising, but this is for venture capital Indian GP. And the nominees are 314 Capital, Stellaris Ventures, and Chirate Ventures. And to announce the winner, we have none other than Mr. Sanjeev Bichchandani. Hi,
Thank
Sanjeev.
you. Hi, Rochelle. Thank you. Now, I think the jury looked at a few things. I think size of fund, the amount of domestic capital, percentage of domestic capital that is important because one of our goals is to encourage more and more domestic capital to invest in venture funds.
Yeah.
And third, of course, is the range of the footprint of the fund. What all are the sectors it's going to invest in. So how broad is it, right? And the winner the jury decided was Chirate Ventures.
Congratulations, Chirate. Do we have TCM online? Or Sudhir? Yes. Hi, Sudhir.
Hi, Sudhir. Congratulations.
Sudhir, you're on mute.
TCM is also there. Hi, TCM.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I have with me my co-founder TCM also. On behalf of all the team members of Chirate, thank you very much for this award to the jury, to all the LPs who have supported us now actually for 15 years. We are 16 years old right now. But I think there's been a lot of changes in the VC world. And I think I'm going to quote somebody in these trying times, and his name is Lenin. As such, he said, there are decades when nothing happens, and then there are weeks when decades happen. To us, India is all about when there are days when decades are happening. That's the pace, the size, the scale of the startup industry today. And another change which has happened is that technology is now delivering not just outsized returns, but technology is also delivering enormous successful products which are solving real challenges in the market. There are a billion Indians who need efficient healthcare. There are 150 million farmers who need to know how to manage soil and how to manage water. And there is 300 million children who need how education, because in the trying times of 2 years, that was a big issue. And the list goes on and on. So the thing is that the way Chirate views venture investing is, on one side of the coin is outsized financial returns. In the middle is technology. And on the right-hand side is serving the economy, impacting the businesses and consumers where there is a need to give solutions. And I think to us, this is not impact investing. This is the reason why we exist. And that's why our LPs back us. And thank you to entrepreneurs for letting us back them. I think that's an important part. So thank you very much. And it's really a pleasure to receive this award. And especially to all our global investors and Indian investors. Sanjeev, you mentioned Indian investors. Almost 50% of our capital comes from India. So this is a very, very prized moment for us. And thank you again.
TCM, a few words?
TCM, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, my video is not working suddenly. I think
we can see you. We can see you.
TCM.
You can see, okay.
Yeah, we can see you.
I think one of the important thing is we exist because entrepreneurs exist, and we are happy to be part of the channelizing capital both from India and global sources to creating a new India.
Congratulations, TCM and Sanjeev.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
Sanjeev.
Sanjeev, for announcing the award.
Thank you.
I'll move on to the next category of awards. It is for the best exit performance of the year. And again, we have two categories within that. We have the private equity and the venture capital category. This is in recognition of investors who've secured the most spectacular exit. So in the private equity category, the nominees are Warburg Pincus, TA Associates, Westbridge Capital, and Multiples. And to announce the award, we have with us Vivek Pandit. Hi,
Terrific.
Vivek.
Well, hi. Well, welcome everyone. It's my great honor and privilege to announce today two award winners. This was a tough competition, I have to say. Firstly, I have to say, first off, what a long way we've come on exits. You know, as they say, the toughest thing to do in private equity is to exit well. So congratulations to both winners. The first winner is Warburg Pincus. And I must say the quality of the exits, the variety of the exits. We looked over at 10 exits Warburg had, 4 to public markets, 2 buybacks, 2 partial secondaries, 1 full secondary, and 1 strategic. Just the sheer variety of exits was most impressive, as of course was the timing and multiples that they achieved. So congratulations to Warburg. Let me announce the second tie. I should say the tie winner, as I said, it was a tough category, was multiples. So congratulations to multiples. Again, 7 exits, 2 to public markets, 3 secondaries, partial, 1 secondary full, and a strategic. Again, once again, just the sheer variety of exits is what impressed us, along with timing and multiples. So congratulations to multiples, living up to their name.
Thank you so much. Thank you on behalf of everyone from Team Multiples to IVCA and the esteemed jury. Of course, as Vivek mentioned, we had a fabulous year of some full exits, some partial exits, but across categories. It was across trade sales, secondary, capital markets, which also speaks about the diversity of exit options that opens up for funds like us. But full credit to all our entrepreneurs who built fabulous companies and created value. Once you have great companies, exits kind of follow. So thanks to some of them here, Sahil, Suraj, Kapil, Delivery, Harsh and Bhavit at Dream11, Sandeep Menon and Sujay Patel at Vastu, Mehul at NQ, Dr. Somesh Mittal, who was ex-CEO of Vikram Hospital, which we could exit to Manipal. So all of these gentlemen who allowed us to create those fabulous companies that we could exit from. Thanks to everyone.
Congratulations, Sudhir. Vikram, a few words from you.
Yes, thank you, Rochelle and Vivek, and hi to Sudhir. Thank you first off to the members of the awards jury. It is a privilege to accept this award on behalf of our partnership and the entire team here at Warburg Pincus in India. And I would say especially so in a year which has seen a very wide array of successful exits across the entire industry, with many of our peers also having seen strong performance and their own set of special stories and milestones. But I'd say the real credit here does go to the entrepreneurs and the management teams with whom we partner, and of course our investors and LPs. They are truly I would say, the real enablers of this success. And it's those relationships that we cherish as much as these investment-related milestones. And lastly, special mention to Rajat and the team at IVCA for putting together a superb event as always, and all the efforts to promote the larger private equity and VC ecosystem in India. And it's always a pleasure for us here at Warburg to have the opportunity to participate in that effort. So thanks again.
Congratulations, gentlemen, once again. And we'll move on to the next category. And Vivek, I'll need you around to announce the next category winner as well. So for the Venture Capital Spectacular Exit, the nominees are InfoEdge, Kalari Capital, and Sequoia Capital. Vivek, I'd request you to announce the winner.
Hello, Rochelle. I'm back with a voice this time.
Wonderful to hear you, Maria.
So, and actually, I get to announce the winner as Sequoia Capital. The jury, just to say a few words, jury just very impressed by the continued kind of exit consistency of Sequoia. 24 exits last year. The top 3 generated almost $400 million in capital, and across the board, those 24 exits were strategic exits, IPO. There were secondary sales. So that's just good news for the India VC market. So, and very glad to be able to voice that this time.
Thanks, Maria.
I think we have Rajan back to accept the award again.
And I guess what you've written on your paper still holds true for this award as well.
I still have my sign. So,
are we getting Rajan or Shweta on screen to accept the award? Hey, Rajan, you're on the hot seat again.
All right. Thank you again, Rochelle and Maria. Best exit performance of the year. Yes, I think this one we are super excited about. Again, I think on behalf of my partners at Sequoia Capital India, our entire team, we wanted to thank IVCA and all our judges for this last year. Sequoia. We were very fortunate at Sequoia Capital India. We had 8 IPOs last year, and I think it was truly a very, very significant year for the ecosystem in the country, and we're very fortunate to have been a part of journeys of quite a number of extraordinary founders and their management teams who were able to build their companies over more than a decade and take them public. So thank you again, and we hope that 2021 was not an anomaly, but is actually going to be more than normal in the Indian ecosystem. So on behalf of our Sequoia Capital India, thank you again, Maria and Rochelle.
Fingers crossed for you, Rajan, and congratulations once again. Spectacular work. Maria, thank you for announcing the award, and I'll move on to our next category now. This is the award in recognition of investors who are investing first time in the Indian ecosystem. And for the outstanding achievement of the year with the new fund entry, the nominees are Goodwater Capital, GSV Ventures, ADQ, Alkeon Capital Management, and Ananta. And to announce this award, we have with us Mr. Madhur Singhal. Hi, Madhur.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Rochelle. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. So I'm very, very pleased to announce this award on the best new fund entry. I think we saw a very effervescent VC and PE landscape last year. A lot of global investors setting up shop, making new investments, which is, I think, testament to the potential that India has. But we had a lot of very interesting choices. But the award for this year goes to ADQ, which is the sovereign wealth fund of Abu Dhabi, and we saw a very large, consistent spate of investments in India across sectors, across check sizes, and participating in the tech ecosystem and otherwise. So really, we have Amer from ADQ. Congratulations, Amer.
Thank you very much, Madhur. And I'd like to thank everyone in the association for this honor. We're extremely excited about all of the opportunities that India has to offer. I'd like to thank everyone in the ecosystem, from the founders to the other investors and advisors there that supported this journey of ours, and we're very excited to be doing more there, more investments over the course of this year. Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madhur, for announcing that award, and I'll move on to the next category right now. This is the award in recognition of investors who've backed startups across impact sectors, impact being agriculture, healthcare, financial services, education. And for that outstanding achievement of the year with a social impact, we have nominees Tata Capital, Omnivore, Omidyar Network, and Lightrock. And to announce this award, we have with us again Vivek Pandit.
Well, thank you so much, Rochelle. This is an award that I think is very close to many people's hearts. I think the time for social impact is now, and we're seeing India taking a leading position, not just with the nature of investments, but also globally at the volume of investments being made. It gives me a great privilege to announce that the winner is Omnivore. And I have to say that there were three things that really stood out for them. One is focus. As you can imagine, Omnivore is very focused on ag. They have just about every type of ag platform that covers quality to inputs, to marketplaces, to advanced analytics and machine learning tools, to storage. The second thing that really stood out was the way in which they deliberately and very proactively discussed their impact. So whether it's 7 million farmers, GHG emissions avoided, or just economic value they've created. And finally, I have to say that it was a close call. I think it's worth mentioning that Omidyar gave them a very tough run, but in the end, we had a few more votes in favor of Omnivore. So congratulations, Omnivore.
Congratulations, Rahim.
Hi, thank you. Thanks a lot, Vivek. Thanks, Rochelle. Wonderful to receive this honor. I think it's been a long, hard journey working in a very specific niche. And it's great to see recognition, not just the IVCA conclave and this recognition, but also the sort of attention that the space has been receiving from many investors, many of whom, I mean, I look at the investors around at this conclave, many are co-investors, and I'm very heartened that agriculture is getting the spotlight that it much deserves. All of this goes out to the entrepreneurs and, of course, to the farmers, the men and women that feed us. Thanks a lot, and hope to see more of you investing in this space.
Congratulations once again, and thank you, Vivek. I'll move on to our next award category, which is in recognition of the investors who've provided the strongest commitment to improve gender diversity in the investing ecosystem. And for that outstanding achievement, the nominees are Alchemy, Lumikai, Elevar Equity, India Alternatives, Omidyar Network, AWE Funds, and Indian Angel Network, that's IAN. And to announce this award, we have with us once again with a voice, Maria Kozlowski. Hi, Maria.
Hello, I am back, and I'm always careful to see if I'm still speaking. But this is an award I'm very honored to be able to give. I think it is so important that we continue to push, gender diversity and just have it be kind of an activity that's just an everyday part of what we're doing in the industry. So the award, this year goes to Elevar Capital. And Jyotsna Krishnan is here to accept the award. And I guess I just want to say a couple of things. Elevar lives it. I mean, 4 of your 6 partners are female. A third of your companies have female founders, and 90% have female board members. And that's just terrific. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Jyotsna.
Thank you so much, Maria, and thanks everyone. It is interesting. The conversation on this subject has definitely evolved over the last 10 years I've been with Elevar. But what is fascinating is that I've been thinking about what has encouraged us to be a firm that ended up being 2/3 women, both at a key person level as well as at a partner level. In fact, even at a director level, as I was thinking about it, and that's us globally. I think when there's a lot of purpose behind your ambition, it's led to attracting a certain level of talent. And I keep joking, saying that when people who reach Elevar are people who follow their passion and they land up here. And we've got a work environment that over time has focused on individuality, which is unbiased at some level, focused on empowerment, focused on being very demanding of being the best version of yourself. And I guess when you have that, I guess you land up with a more diverse team that automatically translates to a certain diversity in the kind of work you do. We love what we do, and it's great to have looked at portfolio companies that eventually have reached 40 million homes. And the voice of women on the ground in underserved markets has also been extremely inspirational. To be honest, that's the biggest inspiration for us. So it's great. Thank you so much for this recognition, and lovely to see the conversation evolve on this subject.
Congratulations, Jyotsna. And again, you're holding the baton for where firms need to be and ought to be, rather. So congratulations once again. And Maria, thanks once again. I'll move on to the next award, which is in recognition of an exemplary career in private capital investing. And to announce this award, Maria, can I continue to have you on stage? To announce the winner? Oh, hi, Sanjeev. Sorry.
You were so surprised. It's me. I'm back again.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, the winner is a fairly sort of obvious and very deserving choice, Saurabh Srivastav. So can we have Saurabh on stage, please? Hi, Saurabh.
Hi, Saurabh.
Saurabh, you're on mute. Saurabh, you're on mute. Hi. Yeah. But now, before you speak, Saurabh, I want to say a few words about you. So I don't have your CV in front of me, and now I'm operating from what I know about you. So I first met Saurabh more than 20 years ago. He was heading Thai Delhi, and I had just gone for a conference, stumbled upon it. Since then, I got to know Saurabh very well. He's my mentor. He's also an independent director on my board. And I think apart from the fact that he's a doyen of the IT services industry, founder of he's also a great institution builder, founder of NASCOM, one of the founders of the Indian Internet Network, he got IVCA into India, got Thai into India, many things. But I will not speak more about him because that will take a long time. But I'll leave you with one piece of trivia, Rochelle. 53 years ago, Saurabh was at Woodstock. I don't know how many people in IVCA or at this gathering or in the audience were at Woodstock in 1969, but Saurabh was there, right? Yeah. And I haven't asked him, but for all I know, he may have inhaled. But anyway, I'll let that be. Saurabh.
Thank you, Sanjeev. At that time in the US, it was extremely fashionable to inhale. And if you didn't have marijuana going on your windowsill, you were not cool. So you had no choice. But thank you very much. I must say, I'm very touched and I'm really overwhelmed by this award. It's a complete surprise to me. And I can't thank you guys enough. I was an accidental entrant into the venture capital industry because when I founded my first startup in 1989, within 4.5 years, we were amongst the top 15 in the country. Infosys was 11th, and Infosys had started 8 years before us. We were profitable from the first year. We were growing at 70% annual growth rate. We were making 30% profit after tax, and we couldn't raise any venture capital because it wasn't available. There was less than $1 billion coming in, and you had the likes of the Warburg Pincus and whatever, and it was just starting out. There was Renuka Ramnath as the beacon at ICICI. There was Sudhir Sethi. There's very little. So I thought the thing I should do when I did my first exit in 99, and I had some money, and I said, now I should really get into venture capital. So we did Infinity Ventures, and we got very lucky because we ended up owning 21% of India Bulls. There was a Vendus, which incidentally was called Cool Startups before that thesis failed and it came in, and there was India Games. We got some good hits, and then we realized that there was no nursery. There's no angel investing. So it was very hard to do anything. And so I said, let's do an angel group because they didn't exist. And it was hard to see 200 companies 15 years ago when we did Indian Angel Network. And we struggled to find one or two that we could invest in. And now you see like 10,000 a year. Quality of entrepreneurs has gone up. The VC industry has come into its own. It is such a pleasure to see the ecosystem beginning to come together and having now real stalwarts. I meet all of you guys, and the VC ecosystem is now inhabited by just absolutely outstanding individuals, outstanding people. So it's been a great journey, and I love it because what we're doing as an industry, we are really funding startups and growth stage as well, of course. And fundamentally, if you look at India, the single biggest thing we need is jobs. And global data tells you that only startups create net new job growth, not large industries, not government. So A, there's massive opportunity. We're just getting started. B, we're doing something extremely valuable. And hey, we're giving our investors good returns. How much better can it get? So the only
course,
thing,
Saurabh.
right? And so for me, how much better can it get when I have all of you and my peers just being so very kind in giving me this award? I'm not very sure I deserve it. I think there are people who would have, I'm sure, done much more. But for me, it's been a journey that has really been a great pleasure. I think it's been a great opportunity to have been in this space, for the last two decades or so. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Saurabh. And I must say one thing before you leave, the entire ecosystem stands on your shoulders. So, you've been an inspiration, this. And so congratulations once again. And Sanjeev, thank you so much for those wonderful words.
I just want to add that it's a particular pleasure that you thought of getting Sanjeev to announce it. Not only is he one of my favorite persons, but he's doing something that actually should become a role model for a lot of Indian corporates to think about. What he's doing in the startup ecosystem.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
I'm moving on to the next award of the category of recognition of exemplary contributions. And this is an award to recognize contributions to creating an enabling environment for the growth in the PE and VC and the AIF ecosystem. And to announce this award, we have with us Renuka Ramnath. Hi, Renuka.
Hi, Rochelle. Yeah, I think the winner for this award would be absolutely no surprise to anyone. It is our favorite, Mr. Gopal Srinivasan. Gopal, before you accept the award, I'm going to extract a promise from you that after this, you will not stop working as enthusiastically for the association as you have been. I would say that the Indian Venture Capital Association, to call Gopal as a founder, will not be an exaggeration. He was the one who brought all the participants together to make this association a central body for policy advocacy and and take up all matters whether relating to the regulations or taxation and bringing an order within the ecosystem. uh, he has been relentless in fixing the organization, fixing the governance of the organization, mobilizing the interest of the members, getting the attention of the government and the regulators, and engaging the entire ecosystem, including people of influence outside the ecosystem for the benefit of our industry. I have worked very closely with him in the last 2 years in IVCA, and of course I've known him for decades. He was on my board when I was in ICICI Venture. The passion that he has for this industry is just contagious. And in the last 2 years, I would see him run to Delhi from Chennai, to meet a secretary or to, meet a minister to get put forth a point. It just requires enormous selfless dedication just for the growth and proliferation of this industry to give one's time and energy. We are indeed very grateful to you, Gopal. And all our dreams for this industry will come to fruition when we have people like you engaged in this industry. It's my proud privilege to be giving this honor to you today. Thank you. Thank you for being for everyone in the industry.
Gopal, you're on mute.
Thank you, Renuka, for so many kind words and affectionate exaggeration also. I think so I've been in many industry associations starting my career in the 80s in the computer hardware industry. I can absolutely say with 100% certainty I've never enjoyed being in any industry as the venture capital and private equity industry. It's got the most talented people. It's having a phenomenal impact on this new India. Atmanirbharta comes from the private equity and venture capital industry, and you've heard all about it. So it's been absolutely a pleasure. There's a lot more to do, but the most important thing is everything that's happened has been a massive team effort of knowledge partners, industry stalwarts, the team at IVC office, which has done phenomenal work, like Rajat and his entire team. And I saw Saurabh, and I still remember when started Saurabh's role in putting this together. So thank you, Renuka. Thank you, IVCA. And I'm sure the good work will keep going. India must become the hub of global VCP management as it has become for the IT services industry. It's my dream.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Gopal. And thank you, Renuka, for those lovely words. And I'll move on to the last award for tonight. And it's a special award in recognition of exemplary career and contributions to the private equity industry. And to announce this award, I'll once again call Renuka and Sanjeev Bikhchandani to present the award.
Please pull Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani as well. Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, go.
I'm up. Yeah. I feel very privileged to announce this award, albeit with a very, very heavy heart. This award is to recognize and celebrate the extraordinary contribution by one individual who was extraordinary in himself, and that is Mr. Ajay Relin. First, I would like to read out certain facts about who he was, and then just share my personal experience with him. Ajay was an alumni of IIM Ahmedabad, and he served as a partner in a homegrown private equity firm, Exponentia Capital, which he co-founded in 2018. Prior to founding Exponentia, Ajay was the founder and managing director at CX Partners, which raised a $550 million fund in 2009. Before CX Partners, he founded the India business of Citigroup's venture capital, CVCI, in 1996, which raised two global emerging market funds of 1.5 billion in 2005 and 4.3 billion in 2007. Ajay Relin started the VC business in mid-90s and the private equity business in late 90s, which set the foundation for the industry in India. Many of his proteges are leaders in the investment business today. Over his investment career, he has led and has been involved in enormous number of transactions with an aggregate invested capital in excess of $2 billion. I have had the privilege of taking consultations from Ajay, working closely with him from late 90s. When I go to him, it will be always with some, what I believe is a very big problem with a very confused head as to how am I going to find a solution. And Ajay, with his humor and intellect, will solve it in a second. He was an extraordinary individual at a personal level, very approachable, very helpful. And as I said, humor was absolutely central to him. And he's helped create this industry and support so many first-timers in this industry. Ajay has contributed immensely to the development of this industry, and people who have been privileged to work and learn from him are carrying the torch and the baton forward in making very, very high quality investments. In Citi as well, the way he transformed the approach of Citibank to venture capital investing and carved out some of the businesses that they incubated were trailblazer transactions for many others to follow in the country. His sudden demise is indeed a great shock and regret for everyone in the industry. Let us celebrate him and remember him for the excellent individual and the extraordinary professional that he was, and try to carry forward all his learnings through excellent investments as we take the industry forward. And thank you, Radhika. Thank you, all the children, for being here to accept the award for Ajay Relin. Yeah, we congratulate you, and we pray for your strength to carry your life forward. Yeah. Sanjeev, would you like to share?
No, I think you've said it all, Renuka, but I'll just add a couple of things. Look, Delhi is a small place for venture capital, or was a very small place for venture capital in the early 90s when I first met Ajay. So I knew him for 30 years. In Delhi, you would know Ajay if you are an entrepreneur, right? We also co-invested together in two companies. And so I got an opportunity to work with him somewhat. I truly regard him as a pioneer, a doyen, a torchbearer, somebody who showed us the way, and we looked up to him. Thank you.
Yeah. Would the family members like to share their thoughts?
Just want to thank everybody. It's a real honor and privilege. Honestly, it's such an honor and privilege to be receiving this award for Ajay. And I'm proud to say I'm joined by all our children, Vivita, Rohan, Priyanka, and Arjun. And Ajay was truly passionate about his work. He just loved the people he worked with, he loved his work, and he never missed an opportunity to learn something new. He had such a curious mind. And what I loved the most was he was constantly mentoring young entrepreneurs. He was such an inspiration to so many people, and he really had a passion to nurture young talent, which was very, very special indeed. And actually, you've said so much about him, and it's just such a privilege to even be his wife. I really count myself blessed, and it's with a full heart that we accept this award on behalf of Ajay, a father, a husband, a friend, and one of the founding fathers of Indian private equity. Thank you all once again for recognizing his legendary work and his spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you for being here. Yeah, and we, many members in this industry are forever grateful to Ajay. Yeah, and we
Thank
wish
you.
all the children the very best as they take their career forward.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Radhika and the family, for your presence. Thanks, Renuka and Sanjeev.
Thank you.
We move on to the end of our session, and none of this would have been possible without the support and the sponsorship of our sponsors. And I would like to take a special moment to thank each and every one. The list is long, so bear with me. Would love to thank Process, Sequoia, NIIF, Ketan and Company, Nishit Desai, True North, Chris Capital, Everstone, Multiples, IIFL Wealth, KKR, Oman India, IVCAP, Madison India, EY, PwC, IC Legal, IAN, Kotak Investment Advisors, Chirate, 314 Capital, Duff & Phelps, Bloom Ventures, Tata Capital Healthcare Fund, Rockstar Capital, and Praxis Global Alliance. Again, I'd like to thank each and every one for your time, for all the speakers, and a special thanks to IVCA for arranging something of this sort. I'd invite Rajat to give your closing remarks.
Thank you very much. I think we all had a pleasurable last 3 days. Really, excited to see that you all found these